Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Mark, and today I'm here to introduce you to our new set of gnomes. You are going to love these. They are so cute. This whole set comes with 3 different gnomes. It comes with 9 different, what I call elements, the large things that the gnomes can hold. And then right now there are 15 different leaner phrases that can just lean right here in front of the gnome and be interchanged anytime that you want. Also, the main elements can be also taken in and out, and you can change this seasonally every day, whatever you want. Make it for a party one day with some balloons, make it for something romantic the next day for your significant other, whatever you want to do. These are so much fun, and you can make a lot of things with them. We're also going to be coming out with some new element sets here in the next couple of weeks to add to this. So if you already own the set of gnomes, those additional element sets are going to be free for you for the next month or so. So it'll be a lot of fun. Let's jump into how these go together, and I'll also show you how the file works. Did I say you're going to love this? I think you are. All right, welcome back. The first thing I'm going to do is walk you through the files for this project, and along the way I'll show you some of them to help you figure out how to go together a little better. But they are very, very simple. All you're going to have to do is either cut or score depending on the item. And let's start with the bases, and then we'll move to the gnomes, and then some of the main elements, and then the sign leaners. So here's the base file right here. Of course, all the lines are black, so they're going to be cut. They are just what they look like. They're 2 different circles that stand on top of each other to make a double base. And then you've got this tab that goes through this hole right here that will hold up the leaner elements as well. The only thing you want to make sure that you do is measure your materials with your calipers and edit these slots to fit the way that you want it to fit. The one key that I'm going to point out to you is if you paint these, you want to do one of 2 things. Either paint them, let them dry and cure, and then measure the material after you've painted, because the paint's going to add thickness, or mask off the tabs that go into the holes there, these tabs right here. Mask those off so they don't have any paint on them, and then that way they will fit the way that you expected. But make sure that you edit all of these slots for your materials. Again, I'm using 1/8 inch material here, but you can use whatever you like, of course. But again, adjust the slots for your material. This base is just 2 circles stacked on top of each other. Make sure you get those lined up, then you can glue them together, and then we can move on to the gnomes themselves. So let's jump over to the gnomes. All 3 are made the same way. They've got a back solid silhouette piece that all the other pieces glue on top of, and they all have all the same pieces pretty much. You got the hat, then the nose, the cheeks to either side of the nose here, the beard, both arms, a hand. In this case, this guy's got the bottom of his robes and then his feet. And let me zoom in and just point out something that's important here. This red line right here is a score line so that you know where to put these 2 spacers. These half circles right here, line them up right there and glue them right on top of that score line. I'm not going to get it perfect here, but you know what I mean. Stack those 2 on top of each other, and then stack the hand on top of that. Get it nice and lined up. And that leaves the space, the gap right here, so you can slide the elements in and he can hold on to them. All 3 of them have that score mark right there, so make sure you get that part right, and the rest of it's really easy. So let's move on to the elements. Also, again, black is cut and red is score. Here I've got the 3 daisies. I'm not going to reach back there and grab it, but you see them back there on the wall behind me. Here I'll use an example of the single daisy. And all of the elements have a tab on the bottom that goes into the slot in the base. And then this part right here can lean into the hand. Now there's 3 total gnomes, and 2 of them, the hand position is exactly the same, and the third one is a little short guy. His hand is down a little farther. It's okay if this doesn't tuck all the way into the crook of the hand there. It's all right, because this is going to, if you size your slot right, this is going to hold it nice and firm, and then it's just going to lean into that hand, okay? So this is how the daisy works, and you just put it right into that slot right there. And sometimes, depending on the item, it's easy to put it in like this, the basically what I call the toe or the front end first, and then lean it back into the hand like this. Just like that. And that's how they all go. You see on this file here, the red is score and the black is cut. let me make one note. On most of these, if you would prefer to cut the red, you can do that. If you want to paint the petals on the daisy a different color, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just score it and paint it separately. But all of the elements are really easy, and that's how they work. Just make sure, again, that you measure your material before you cut the slot in the base so that it fits nice and snug. One last piece, we'll go over to the leaners. There's a whole bunch, there's 15 at the moment. I'm going to make a lot more. These are just what they appear to be. Cut them like they are, paint them, and they can lean right here in front of the gnome. Couple points I want to make to you here is one, I've got the word sweet right here, so you can cut them separately, paint that a different color, and glue it on top of the connected words here so that it can help that word pop out visually. And that's pretty much it. The rest of them are just single layer. That one is the one that has a double layer. So these are really easy. Cut them just like they are. I think you're going to love these. You can make them at the size that I made them. If you'd like to make them bigger, which is going to be really fun, I'm definitely doing that for myself here. All you got to remember to do is adjust the slot size in the base for your material, and also adjust, I don't know if I can pull this out, yep, adjust the length of this tab right here so that it's the right length for your material, whatever you choose. And also the tabs in the bottom of the gnome's feet, you need to make that longer, and also the tab on the bottom of the elements, make that longer as well. If you're not going to change size, you don't need to mess with any of that lengthening, but if you're going to make it much bigger, you're going to have to look at that. These are super easy to use, lots of new elements coming out soon. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know if you have any questions, and of course, I want to see what you guys make with them. Have a great time. Until then, as always, I'll see you in the next one.